are a faith-driven entrepreneur.
Yes.
Paano niyo po yun ilalarawan sa amin?
Sige. I
So,
love that question.
Paano po ba siya?
I always want to answer that question. Okay?
We are delighted to have you here at the Phil SME Business Show. This is a business podcast and vodcast dedicated to help SME business owners like you boost your business. Stay with us as we hear from the partners who help make these leadership stories possible. Toyota, Benchmark, and Canva.
If there is no value, there is no business. Such wise words from this faith-driven entrepreneur who has been helping SMEs for the last, guess what, 30 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kapayaman founder, all yours for today, Mr. Bonnie De Jesus.
Thank you, Trixie,
Good afternoon,
for having me
sir.
here. It's my pleasure.
Salamat po.
Excited ako.
Ako rin. Disclaimer talaga, no? Hindi naman tayo iba sa PhilSME community. I haven't really met Sir Bonnie. First time namin magkita, mag-usap. It's just that, lumabas siya sa aking algorithm. Sabi ko, pinanood ko, sabi ko, you know, all the things that he's saying make sense. This is the kind of person I really want to talk to.
Thank you.
At nag-guess siya. Nag-guess siya. So salamat sa aking PhilSME team. Thank you, Miss Angie, for making this possible. So sir, welcome to the PhilSME community.
Thank you. I love it here. Nice chair.
Ganda ng office namin. Thank you sa Minotti po for allowing us to use their showroom. So Sir Bonnie, I wanted to start by yung number one question in my head. 30 years. Ang haba, ang tagal nun. So you've founded your consulting company, and that's what you've been doing for the last 3 decades. But before we go to that, what were you really doing before getting to where you are right now?
I have been a business finance consultant for more than 30 years. I started in the 1980s. I hopped from one job to another. And one of my jobs is in a finance company where I learned how to study the financials of a business. I also learned how to study the market, operations, everything about the business, because the financing company that I work for used to process loans coming from global finance institutions. Kaya doon ako natuto. During that time, would you know, 1980s, very few are lending long-term. But this financing company that I was working with were lending to businesses long-term, like 10 years, 12 years.
Okay.
Most banks lend only short-term during that time. No?
Okay.
And would you know that when I started, I left my corporate job because I was doing sideline, helping small businesses access funds. During that time when I started, it was the time when Ninoy Aquino was assassinated. Interest rates went up to as much as 30% plus.
What?
Exactly.
I did not know that.
That's
Wow.
history. Okay? But there is a government program where you need to submit a project study in order to avail of 18% interest loan.
Malaki.
Doon ako
pero
pumasok.
Okay,
Doon ako pumasok.
okay.
Okay? That's why nakakuha ko ng mga kliyente, small
Okay.
businesses. That's where I started, no? And then I
Ah.
did it for many years, no? And studying business, and then eventually I was able to get clients from the large business sector. No? So
So
lumaki.
from the very beginning pala talaga, sir, yung financial consulting,
Yes.
hanggang ngayon. That's
Hanggang
why, okay, now it makes sense. Kasi sabi ko, ang haba, yun yung isang career lang all throughout. Tas
Yeah.
you just kept on getting better and better. So sir, wala na akong patumpik-tumpik pa. Since you've seen a lot of SMEs over the years, ano po yung, ako po SME pa rin,
Okay.
saan po kami pinaka nagkakamali in terms of financial standing or, financial management?
Ang default ng karamihan na Philippine SMEs, ang tingin nila kulang sila ng pera. Okay? That's the default. Like,
Okay.
kung may pera lang ako, I'll be
Ganun
okay.
Okay. Kung mas maraming pera na
Yes,
pwedeng i-invest
I'm
sa...
okay.
Okay.
But in my experience, when a business accumulates money
Okay.
and that becomes the basis for expansion,
Aha.
there is going to be a problem if the owner did not see that what is more important is, first of all, the market, the organization that he has, the systems.
Okay.
If he doesn't have that, he's not ready for expansion, and he uses the money to expand, then there will be problems, right? Cash flow problems, people problem, systems problem, okay? That's why I believe that if we educate the entrepreneurs on aspects that are required for you to understand how to scale a business, if we educate them, I believe that money will come. You know why? Because the lenders, the investors are just waiting for the small businesses to put up the company na nakikita mo yung profitability, nakikita mo yung systems, nakikita mo yung organization matibay. If you see that, you would like to lend to the company, right? You would like to invest in the company, right?
Yes, I understand.
So the money is not the problem. The problem is the growth of the entrepreneur himself.
So, sir, this is what you mean to say, no? So, parang hindi ka lang, what you're saying now, as how I get it, is, or correct me if I'm wrong, kasi SMEs, at least in the Philippines, majority nasa survival mode.
Yes.
Yung parang, okay, what do I get through this day?
Yes.
To get through this week?
Yes.
Parang kulang pa tayo sa long term
Correct.
na hindi, wag yung ngayon. O, anong gagawin mo? May pera ka nga ngayon, pero how long will it sustain you?
Correct.
Ganun ba siya, sir?
Uh-uh.
Okay. So with that, given that you said ito pala yung problema, ano pong ma-advise nyo na? O sige, paano kung kunyari biglang, okay, ang daming ang pera? No? So yung iba, ay expansion. Akala nila yung sagot. So if that's not the answer, and then may pera ka dito, and then what's the answer?
We have to look at business as something that you build using what you have in terms of being able to add value to people using what you have. In other words, kung ito lang yung kaya ko, kahit na gaano kalaki yung pera ko, ito lang yung kaya kong gawin. Hindi yung pera ang magpapatakbo ng business. Itong kaya kong gawin. Yun yung importante. And then, I start a business and it keeps on growing habang natututo ako. Then, the business will keep on growing based on my ability to manage it, based on my ability to add more value to my customers, to add more value to my people, to add more value to the community. Based on that, nag-grow yung organization, nag-grow yung systems mo. Pagka ganun yung approach ko, lalaki at lalaki yung negosyo ko. Kasi ako mismo bilang entrepreneur, nag-grow ako. Yun ang kailangan mangyari.
Sir, ang sinasabi natin, you invest, then you go vertical.
Yes.
Tama po, you go
Yes.
deeper.
You go deeper.
I-nurture mo siya
Yes.
before you
Yes.
expand.
Oo.
But sir, sige, how do we know that a company is ready to, let's say, expand? Na parang, hindi, okay na, hindi mo naman, yung, when we say go deeper, okay na yan. Like, how does the owner know na, okay, it's time to expand or it's time to go deeper?
Okay. If you expand beyond your ability to manage
Ability to manage, okay.
or beyond your competence,
Okay.
which should be, as you said, deeper and deeper. If you expand beyond that ability, beyond that core competence that you have to develop, you have to keep on going deeper
Digging,
and
okay.
deeper. Somebody might just come into your market
Aha,
and
okay.
beat you. Why? Because if he is better than you, he's going to beat you.
Okay.
But if you are very deep in that business, you know it, and you have something of value to offer,
Aha.
something that is unique to you, dahil nandun yung strength mo eh. Di ba? Kasi lahat ng business, bawat business, may kanya-kanyang strength yan eh. May kanya-kanyang unique value proposition yan na na-develop nung owner. Kasi matagal na siya doon. Kaya nga lumalalim siya, habang lumalalim siya, nagiging
Mas
magaling
mahirap
siya.
kopyahin.
Mas mahirap
Oo.
kopyahin. Tapos dumadami yung produkto niya na nag-evolve galing sa strength niya. Okay? Kaya hindi pwede yung nangungopia lang eh. That's what I'm saying. No? So yung expansion niya, base dun sa strength niya from the inside. The owner and the team, the organization, the system, nag-i-evolve siya. It's like very much like the organic growth of a plant, di ba? It grows from the inside. And then yun yung strong na business. Kasi kung hindi ganon, matatalo ka. If there's something that's better than you. Pero kung unique ka, dahil na-develop mo yon over the years, natutunan mo yung market, nakausap mo yung customers, naging loyal sa yung customers, and then the customers were the ones telling you, ito pa ang kailangan namin. Kakabit ng produkto mo, may kailangan pa kami ganito. Nag-grow nga yung enterprise mo. And that is from strength to strength. And then you own that space eventually. You become the
Tama po.
leader in that space.
Yes.
That's how it grows.
Tama po. That's a very good reminder. I think for some people, hindi naman bago sa kanila to.
Yeah.
Kaya lang nga po, syempre 'di ba parang iba pag naririnig mo pa rin, oo nga no, sandali lang. Atat ka naman eh. Sandali lang. Sige pa, kailangan pa ng time, kailangan pa ng wag agad-agad, wag mo biglain.
Yes.
Pero meron namang iba, sir, nagbibigla eh. Parang nakita ko yung parang, sige, I have friends na serial entrepreneurs. So minsan iniisip ko, Sir Bonnie, parang hindi ko kaya yan. Gusto ko, pero ito nga, isa, dalawa lang yung iniintindi ko. Wala na akong panahon eh. So parang,
Like,
ano kayo, Superman? Pare-pareho lang naman tayo 24 hours a day. Pero paano yung iba, sir? Kaya nila na, hindi, dami ko na, 10 companies na ako, di ba? At hindi pa sila ganong senior, for example. So, is it only because they invested their money, tapos their energy is focused on their, let's say, mainstream na business, tas the rest are, hindi, paubaya ako na yan sa iba. Ganun ba, sir, for serial entrepreneurs?
yung serial entrepreneurs, they go from one business to another. Well, I'm not saying na it will fail, no? Meron namang successful. But then, sobrang galing. Kasi, how can you manage 10 businesses? Okay? Kahit sabihin mo, meron kang managers for each business. Kahit sabihin mo, ganun na. Ang totoo nun, if you don't grow organically, your team does not grow organically, you just hire. Keep on hiring. And then you have 10 companies. There is no, sabihin mo, unity. There's no teamwork. There is no synergy na na-develop sana over the years. Biglang lumaki. And over these 3 decades, I have been there.
You've seen it all.
I've seen it. I've seen it, di ba? Well, hindi naman kaila sa atin na, well, I have lived through the martial law years,
opo.
no? May mga companies na lumaki dahil may political connections.
Yes.
10 companies all at the same time. Where are they now? But we see a lot of companies who are still there. The big ones, the names that have been there for decades, slowly growing, they're still there, no?
Slowly but still there.
Slowly, but still there. They're
Okay.
growing from strength to strength. So yung, para sa akin, I would rather see that than see a company suddenly grow big and then after a while, they're no longer there.
So that's what we're saying, sir. That's what you're saying na normally, pag mabilis yung growth mo, pwedeng mas mabilis ka rin.
Oo, kasi, well, gano'n naman kahit na sabihin mo, kahit anong tayo mo nagmamadali ka, di ba? Hindi solid yung foundation mo.
It takes time
Hindi solid
para
yung
sa
columns mo.
foundation. Naintindihan ko, sir. So, ang question ngayon, sir, is, ano po ba talaga, kasi SMEs consult with you, no? You help them also. Ano po yung nakikita natin, at least from your community, anong pinaka-problema nila ngayon? Kasi I don't think it's pera eh. Kasi naglipa na ang lending companies. Eh.
Correct.
Ngayon nga, parang hindi mo na kailangan, approve ka na in a matter of an hour or so. So ano po talaga yung struggle ng SMEs ngayon that they really need answers to or support from?
Yeah. Alam mo, ang default natin, bilang individuals, hindi lang naman entrepreneurs, kundi kahit sino, ang default natin na pag may problema tayo, usually anong pumapasok? Pera, di ba? Karamihan ganon, pera. Di ba? So, Ganon din yung entrepreneur. Doon tayo, nawawalan tayo ng clarity kasi palagi iniisip natin, kung may pera lang ako, solve na to. Di ba? Usually
ganun
kasi,
ang mindset ng
nagmamanifest
meron.
ang problem usually sa cash flow
Aha.
and profitability. Sa financials, doon nagmamanifest Ang totoo no, nagsimula yung problema noon pa. Siguro sa pag-hire, pag-handle ng tao, pag-handle ng customers, pagiging consistent sa brand mo. Pwedeng doon nag-umpisa Di ba?
Okay. I get what you're
Nagdudwindle
saying.
yung market. Pwedeng hindi mo
Hindi,
nakita.
hindi kasi halata, sir.
Hindi halata kasi hindi ka aware kasi hindi ka sensitive doon kasi kulang ka sa knowledge Kasi business is something that you learn as you keep on
Through
doing it.
experience, yes.
There's no such thing as I know the 10th step when I make the first
Oo.
step, di ba? Nag-i-evolve ka And therefore, kinakailangan, that's why we have a community, no? Para na sa ganun, yung pag-uusap namin, meron natututunan yung bawat isa. Kasi some members of the community are far ahead, some members of the community are just starting, some are in the middle. So iba-iba ng stages, pero habang naririnig mo yung sinasabi, nakikita mo na ganun pala yung susunod, di ba? So kung wala kang ganun understanding, akala mo palagi ang problema mo pera.
Blindsided ka lagi.
And sometimes that's dangerous if you look at problems as if it's always a money problem. That's dangerous. Why? Because the tendency is to borrow.
Naku, mas mahirap.
Lalo na pag ang interest rate mo 5 to 10%, which is common, very common
Akala mo
among
yun yung solusyon, hindi
akala mo
pala.
solusyon, which is very common among the SMEs. And sometimes
Yan ang common, okay.
the problem is there is very poor accounting. There's very poor recording. I have spoken to a lot of really small businesses na they cannot distinguish between profit and cash flow. They don't know the difference. Di ba? Pag may cash ako, okay ako. Di ba? Okay, kumikita, pero walang cash.
Pero cash flow is king.
Cash flow is king.
Hindi lang cash cash flow.
Cash
Okay.
flow is
Pwedeng
king.
cash, pero di man hawak or ano, hindi pa rin.
Pwedeng hindi ka kumikita, pero may cash ka. So magpapatuloy ka. Hindi ka kumikita dahil hindi mo na i-record. Tuloy-tuloy ka. Di ba? Yung pala. At a certain point,
Hindi na pala talaga.
mauubos yung cash mo. Di ba?
Aray ko, sabi po ng mga nanonood. Aray ko, sir, ang sakit. Sakit mo magsalita.
Pwede rin kumikita ka, pero
Hindi mo pa rin
kinakapos
alam.
ka ng cash.
Pwede rin, no?
So
Ang
again,
dami.
if you look at the situation, saan nagagaling yung problem na kulang ka ng profits or kulang ka ng cash? Saan nagagaling yun? Maybe inventory management is very poor. Nag-acquire ka ng inventory na napakalaki, naubos yung cash mo. Di ba? So wala ka ng pansweldo. Inoferan ka ng supplier na sabi sa'yo, hey, if you buy this in cash, 20% discount. So binili mo.
Binili mo,
Mas
pero...
malaking bulto, no? Naubos yung cash mo. Yeah, so in other words, habang lumalaki yung business mo, your style of management, nung maliit ka pa lang, 2 lang kayo, 3 kayo, dapat nag-iiba, di ba? Now you have to have financial reports, right?
Wonderful, no? Kasi 'di ba sabi nila, it was working naman during that time tayo pa lang. It was working well, so bakit mo babaguhin?
Correct.
So ito yung opposite noon, na ibang usapin pagdating
Yeah.
sa pagpapalaki ng negosyo. It
Oo.
cannot, not necessarily, and most of the times it won't work.
It won't work. Like, for example, no, organization. Dati-rate, inuutos mo. Right? Eh, lumaki. Hindi na 3, 10 na, 20 na. Mahirap uutusan mo lahat. Eh, wala kang systems, kaya ganun di ba? Hindi klaro yung roles and responsibilities. Hindi klaro yung targets, di ba? So, uutos mo lahat. Di ikaw yung hirap. Kaya hindi ka lalaki. Dangerous nga lumaki dahil sasabog, dahil ang laki ng overhead mo na. And then, hindi kontrolado, hindi well-managed. Lumalaki yung overhead mo, luminipis yung iyong profit kasi hindi na ma-manage. So, there are a lot of things that the businessman will have to study para na sa ganun. At certain stage, ready ka na for this stage.
So sir, when you say study, is there such a way that may intindihan mo siya? Kasi what I'm getting here is, you have to do the right forecasting.
Yes.
Pero sure, di ba, kumbaga everyday iba-iba yan eh. Pwedeng, okay, ito ko ngayon. But in order to study and say yes to that, and then time-bound pa siya, parang meron bang ibang way na makikita na ng tao agad-agad na, okay, ito yung dapat kong gawin, or this is bad for me, or just by looking at the financials. Or, kasi naman wala pong blueprint dyan, sa totoo lang,
Yes,
di ba?
walang
Kanya-kanyang
blueprint.
pakinig, kanya-kanyang hanap ng mentor.
Ah,
Pero wala bang, tinanong talaga, wala bang shortcut to understand if, okay, this will work, this will not work? There's no such thing? Or is there?
there is no formula.
Yun kaya, wala po.
Ang kasi iba-iba ang entrepreneur, no? Merong entrepreneur na very strong sa market. Marketing man siya.
Okay.
Right? May entrepreneur na very strong sa finance. Finance man siya. Merong entrepreneur na magaling sa production. Operations man siya. So iba-iba eh. Iba-iba. Ang problem, let's say, magaling ka sa marketing. And I've seen this many times. Magaling sa marketing. Expand the market. Keep on expanding the market. Yun ang focus niya eh, kasi magaling siya doon eh. Right? Now, what happens to the cash flow?
Operations pa.
So sabihin ngayon nung finance man niya, Sir, expand ka na expand, sir. Kakapusit tayo.
Nauubos.
Nauubos. Ang laki ng inventaryo na kailangan natin, inventaryo. And then the marketing man, hindi, kaya yan. Diba? So kasi yun ang strength mo. That's why, in an organization, there must be a team to balance one another. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang, di ba? Kinakailangan nakikita mo you rise from being a marketing man to an organization man. Kasi if you're a businessman, you start with marketing, yes, that's very good, because that's the usual start of a business. Pero when the organization becomes bigger, because the market's becoming bigger, you have to manage all the aspects now. Operations, finance,
So you're really
marketing.
forced to grow. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, dito ako magaling, dito na lang ako.
Hindi
Hindi
eh.
na ako aalis kasi dito ako magaling eh. Hindi mo na ako
Hindi.
You can't teach me new tricks anymore. So that's what you're saying, sir, na parang it comes with that, especially if you're the owner.
Yeah.
Na hindi pwedeng parang pagkakatiwala mo yan, pero aralin mo muna.
Aralin mo.
Aralin mo din.
At makikinig ka.
Ayun,
Let's say,
makikinig.
the finance man says, Boss, puputok na yung cash flow natin 3 months from now.
Yeah.
Hindi mo naiintindihan.
Oo.
Go ka pa rin. Bahala.
Puro ka hope. Hindi, kaya yan.
Kasi nakaya mo nung maliit ka eh.
Yeah, oo,
Pero iba na kasi
pala.
pag malaki.
I see.
Then you have to be a team leader now.
Okay.
It's no longer you, a salesman. You're a team leader now. So the problem is the marketing man. He did not try to become a team leader, a team builder. Problem yon. Kasi maybe he's not going to listen because ito alam niya. Diba? Maybe the members of the team are just used to being told what to do. So they
May
will not
ganun
tell the
dun.
boss, dangerous na
Oo.
yung ginagawa mo.
Oo, mas mahirap yun.
Di ba? As a leader, you have to learn how to listen. So becoming a leader is very important in growing a business.
So sir, since you said that, maybe there are people watching na, ano ba yan, Sir Bonnie? Ang dami ko naman kailangan gawin. Kailangan ko nang matutunan to. Tapos mag-rise pa ako as a leader. Wala na akong oras. Hindi ko kaya. Anong uunahin ko, Sir Bonnie? Ang daming gustong ipagawa sa akin. Sabi mo, dapat ganito ako. Anong pinaka-importante?
Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ganun kahirap eh.
Ay, hindi na mahirap.
Hindi mahirap. Kasi natural yung growth eh.
Okay.
If you focus not on the money, but you get excited when you discover something about yourself na ito kaya ko nang gawin ito. That is your focus. No? Natutuwa ka sa pumapasok na pera, pero nakikita mo, nag-grow ka. Natutuwa ka na nag-grow ka.
So are you saying, sir, that when an entrepreneur gets to that level, he's on the right path?
Yes.
And it's a process that he
Yes.
really has to go through.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a shift in mindset.
okay.
It's a shift in mindset. It's so natural for an entrepreneur to think about money when he's starting because he has to survive. Cash flow must be continuous, right? So he worries about the money. But if he stays there, he's caught in a loop. Because for your market to grow, you have to keep on serving your customer. You have to keep on adding value. And you have to differentiate yourself from the others because otherwise, pare-pareho kayo. Di ba? kinakailangan ma-differentiate mo, ma-discover mo yung customer mo, kung ano yung gusto nila, kung ano talaga yung unique na nai-offer mo na gusto nila, and lumalaki yung market mo. And then you enjoy learning from them. That's what you enjoy. Eventually, you build the organization to serve more customers. You enjoy doing it kasi natututo ka. But money comes. Money comes. It flows. Why? Because the owner is still able to manage something bigger. Okay? Pero kung ang focus niya pera, pera lang, hindi siya nag-grow dahil pumapasok yung pera. Sabi niya, okay na to. Okay na to kasi pumapasok ang pera. For as long as pumapasok ang pera, okay ako. Hindi siya nag-aaral. What will
Doon na
happen?
lang siya.
Ganun na lang siya. Or, pumasok malaking pera, nag-expand siya, problem.
Wala din.
Wala din.
Very interesting sa akin, sir, when I learned na yun yung, I mean, going back, no, sabi nyo nga, ito yung mindset kasi ng mga tao, or ito yung akala nila. Which is, hanggang ngayon, I think, nangyayari. At
Yes.
I think, probably, ang gamot dun ay more knowledge,
More knowledge,
more understanding.
understanding, character of a leader, you listen.
If the government is watching us, tapos sinabi nila, sige nga, pipili, gagawa kami ng programa, ano bang kailangan ng mga SMEs?
Eh, naku.
No, I mean, there are so many programs already. Pero kahit ako, parang, alin ba i-avail ko dyan? San ba ako dyan? Parang, again, having listened to a lot of SMEs, what do they really need from the government?
I'll be honest, no? You know, we know that MSMEs employ 2/3 of the Philippine employed population. That's how big it is. It's a powerhouse. The SMEs is a powerhouse. Why? Because if you raise up the salaries and the living conditions of 2/3 of the employed population.
Ay, ang ganda ng Pilipinas.
Ang ganda ng Pilipinas. Di ba? Sobrang ganda. Baka ma-eliminate ang poverty. Di ba? 2/3 of, and the MSMEs contribute 40% of the GDP. That's how big we are.
Malaki.
Right? How many large companies are there? 0.5% of
Exactly.
all registered business enterprises. 0.5%.
0.5 lang, di ba, sir?
Small and medium, ilan?
99.5.
99.5. I-raise up mo lang, kahit na 10% ng MSME, mag-multiply yung large mo.
So, ang sinasabi natin, sir, sa gobyerno ay,
Support.
how exactly, sir?
Okay, how do we support? In other countries, taxation is supportive. In other words, you design the taxation with the end in view of making the small businesses bigger.
Okay.
No? In other words, kinakailangan pag-aralan mo, paano ko ba sila matutulungan? Eh kung ang tanong mo, paano ko ba kukunin yung tax ko sa kanila para mapuno ko yung aking pangailangan?
Okay, so nandun tayo sa, okay, you're
Hindi
thinking what
natin
I'm
pwede
thinking.
i-deny, ganun doon pupunta eh. Hindi ba? Paano ko sila tutulungan? That's
So,
the question.
panawagan ba to, Sir Bonnie? Discreet na panawagan na, ang dami nyo na nakukuha ang tax sa amin. So, ang gawin nyo naman, i-allocate nyo naman na portion to the MSME. Ganun ba yun, Sir Bonnie?
Well, actually, it takes maybe planning for the next 10, 20 years. You cannot achieve it in a short time.
But I really hope I can see it in this
But
lifetime.
we're doing our job. We're doing our role in SMS kasi we're trying to educate, change the mindsets, help them budget and plan their businesses, no? Help them create systems, help them find the software para maging maayos ang accounting. Help them in so many ways. We can do all of those, no? Help them to discover their creativity, to be more innovative, not to just copy, but create solutions to the problems that we have here, agriculture, food production, etc. Ang daming opportunities. We're trying to help them. No?
Yun na, sir, iniisip ko nga, actually, hindi naman siya, ako, just with the question I asked you, bigla ako naisip na, you know what, sir, minsan nga, it could be as simple as, just make the process very simple.
Exactly.
Because,
yeah.
parang, pag tiningnan ko ngayon, saan ko makikita yung pinaka, okay, kunyari, for example, sir, no, ako, the other day, I was trying to pay SSS. Kasi ngayon, online na pala talaga lahat. So, before, I was just used to giving it to my accountant. Sina magbabayad. Ngayon pala, hindi. So, ako talaga yung nag-log in.
Correct.
Kaya lang, pagdating ko doon, I was so frustrated. I was very frustrated. Because there's something wrong with the system. So parang feeling ko, tapos I even called somebody from SSS already. And she couldn't also help me because I have to either show up in my own SSS office to make that happen. Eh, sabi ko, glitch nyo to under your system.
Correct.
All I wanted was to pay on time. And then I can't because mali yung something wrong in there. So, iniisip ko nga, sometimes you don't even, well, honestly, no, as a Filipino entrepreneur, you don't even have to make so much programs anymore. Kasi ang dami na dyan eh. Hindi na nga namin alam saan uunahin eh. Parang simulan nyo na lang yung agencies nyo. Like, sabihin nyo talaga yung step by step.
Correct.
How to close a business. How to open the business, di ba? Or pag pumunta kami sa website nyo, gawin nyo namang madali. Hindi yung punta ako dito, tapos na-redirect ako dito, tapos pagdating ko dito, ano ba naman to?
Ang daming permits na hiwa-hiwalay ang agency.
Para bang feeling ko, sir, parang sinasadya na hindi maintindihan para ang daming loophole. I mean, pasensya na po, pero that's how I feel. Sinisip ko, ako lang ba to? O lahat kami? Hindi ba, sir? Kasi parang, katulad ko, hindi naman ako talaga pang empleyado. Yung buhay ko talaga, sir. Parang 1 taon lang ako nag-empleyado. Tapos the rest, parang, sumalang na ako sa family business. Tapos eto na siya. So, para bang, saan ako lulugar?
Kaya.
Diba? Gusto mo talaga, kaya lang, na-frustrate ka. Na parang, kung yung private sector na lang mag-ayos, tapos ibigay sa government, di ba, sir? But, again, this is not to put blame. I think, Sir Bonnie, panawagan naman to. Baka naman merong makakarinig dyan na, oo nga, gawin nating simple.
Gawin na lang simple.
Diba?
At in other countries, pagka nag-uumpisa ka ng negosyo, at normally, hindi pa kumikita, wala ka munang mga tax na malalaki.
Mga 3 years, no?
3 years, no? 3 years, like Singapore. 3 years, di ba? At in other countries, habang hindi ka kumikita, hayaan ka muna. Hindi ka muna
Hindi dito, hayaan ka makalimutan mo yung mga forms. Tapos
kasi
mga anak na lang siya.
Hindi, kasi yung single proprietorship, kalimbawa, ikaw lahat. Tapos iintindihin mo yung SSS, permit, sanitary, lahat, dami-dami, opisina. Pupuntahan mo lahat. Madi-discourage ka. Hindi ka na magninegosyo kasi... Pero kung minsan wala kang choice eh.
Yun nga po.
Ang choice mo minsan is to go abroad, be an OFW, dahil mas malaki kita, or stay here, do business. Pag do business naman, haharapin mo lahat yun. Kaso, hindi nga lumalaki because of that. Kasi kung lalaki lang sana, napag-usapan natin, kung lalaki lang sana yung small businesses, tataas yung income nila, tataas din yung salaries, hindi sana mag-abroad. Kasi it's a social problem again. If they go abroad, they leave their families behind, fatherless generation.
Mas malaki na namang problema.
Mas malaking problema. So, yun yung hinaharap natin. Kaya nasa SME tayo, tinutulungan natin SME paano palaguin. No? Paano ba sila palakihin? Paano ba natin i-prevent yung mabaon sa utang na 10% yung interest rate a month? Paano ba natin sila tulungan para nang sa ganun maging masagana naman yung mga empleyado nila at yung mga pamilya, ma-impact nila? Diba? Paano natin sila tutulungan? Diba? Pero, syempre, hanggang doon lang yung magagawa natin, di ba?
Sir, what do you think of businesses na, let's say, you run or you have office in the Philippines, but kasi now, this has started already, hindi ko alam, before pandemic pa, parang businesses are being registered already either in Singapore because of taxation, I believe,
Yes, yes.
issues. And then now, parang Dubai has opened up.
Yes.
Na you can even, have, walang tax pa yun, sir. I mean,
Correct.
there's law, pero parang it's very lucrative kung meron ka lang puhunan, na parang,
Yes.
ay, no-brainer, sa Dubai ako maglalagay. Tapos
Yes.
you operate anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
At some point, parang, I feel like, doon na lang ako mag-register at some point, no? Pero hindi. At least for me, kasi low-field SME, tapos wala akong pambika dito, di ba? Hindi pwede. So kaya we chose to continue here. But, sir, my question is, di naman natin sila masisi. Pero, how do you see that affecting?
Kasi
The
the
Philippines.
big companies, they have tax lawyers, di ba?
Mhm.
So they know how to
Navigate
reduce their
through
income
that.
tax
Okay.
through legal means. Okay. Of course, these tax lawyers know that there are options to put up in Dubai, in Singapore. Alam nila yon. So for big companies, walang problema. Pero yung maliliit, hindi naman nila kayang gawin yun eh. Hindi nila kaya ng maliliit na negosyante yung mag-register ka sa Dubai.
I'm looking at, sir, I'm thinking, syempre po, when you talk about micro, small, sabihin na natin, even medium. But let's say, you're looking at, hindi, palaki na ako eh. Lalakihan ko na to eh. Ano ba, itutuloy ko pa ito dito? O huhugutin ko outside the Philippines? Ilalagay ko na lang sa... Yun yung nakikita ko sa iba eh. Kasi pinoproblema, laki-laki ng tax dito, tapos hindi naman... Ano masasabi
When
natin
you
tungkol
say,
doon?
when you sell here in the Philippines, you're still subject to VAT eh. Di ba? And of course, if you're big enough for that, you will save a
By
lot.
all means.
By all means. But there's a certain size that's not really applicable. Kasi para ma-avail mo yon talaga, yung advantage nun, you need the lawyer to give you advice, you need the tax consultant, which the small businesses cannot afford. Talagang dito lang sila magre-register. Wala silang choice. Ang sana nangyari is na naging knowledgeable tayo doon sa ginagawa na tax structure and support sa small businesses na ginagawa abroad. Sana naging observant tayo at nagkaroon din tayo ng ganong klaseng planning, no? Kasi pag lumaki talaga yung small businesses, lalaki talaga yung economy mo. It's as simple as that. Hindi na mag-a-abroad yung mga...
Don't you think it's not yet too late? I mean,
It's
pwedeng
never
too
too
late, pero...
It's never too late.
So again, panawagan to. Panawagan, Sir Bonnie, na baka naman pwede nating i-restructure and follow.
Pag-aralan
what they
talaga.
have.
Para lang sa ganun, maging supportive siya. Kasi ang ano talaga yan is hindi lang naman yung taxation eh. In other words, what I'm saying is supportive siya in terms of removing the red tape. Magiging simple lang yung permitting like one-stop shop. Nandun na lahat. SSS,
Dream
lahat
ko yan.
nandun. Di ba? Hindi na yung
Hindi pupunta-punta,
Oo,
balik.
di ba?
Pwede namang upo.
Isa. Tsaka malinaw.
3 oras tapos.
Oo, malinaw. Pag magsasara ka ng kumpanya, wala kang penalty. Kasi minsan nagsasara ka ng kumpanya,
Sir,
mapepenalize
mas
ka pa.
mahirap magsara kasi
Mas mahirap
magbukas.
magsara, no?
Hindi mo maintindihan bakit.
Oo. Yun na nga. So, dapat i-review lahat yun. Kasi kung gusto nating i-support talaga yung mga small businesses, which is a big potential to enlarge our economy, na hindi na tayo kinakailangan mag-import ng food products. Andito lahat. The Philippines is a very rich country. Sinasabi ko palagi sa community namin. No? The Philippines is a very rich country. We are the envy of a lot of countries around us. Right?
Are we?
We are the envy in terms of resources. Sabi ko
Okay,
nila, kung
resources.
nasa amin yan sana.
Oo, then we could have
We could
made so
have,
much better than...
So, there's a lot of potential like in the provinces. Ang trabaho kasi ng leader, let's say leader ka sa province, ang trabaho kasi ng leader is to assess, ano ba meron tayo dito?
Yes.
Ano pwede nating gawin? Pagkain. Ano ba yung meron tayo na wala sa iba? Marami tayong bangus dito, dilagay natin sa cans, i-export natin. Marami tayong pwedeng gawin. Di ba? Bawat leader sa kanya-kanyang probinsya may foresight, may vision merong siyang goal na paunlarin yung kanyang
Ideally,
probinsya.
sir.
This is my dream. This is my dream. This is our dream, di ba? This is our dream. That's why we're in SME.
Opo.
Paano natin palalaguin yung binigay sa atin ni Lord na natural resources? Paano natin i-harness yan?
Stay with us as we hear from the partners who help make these leadership stories possible. Finest Media PH.
BDO.
Sir, speaking of Lord, no?
Oo.
Earlier I mentioned, you are a faith-driven entrepreneur.
Yes.
And I don't know exactly, I have an idea what it means, but how would you define that, sir? And does it mean that everything that you do, everything that you decide upon, it's always anchored in faith?
Yes.
Paano nyo po yun ilalarawan sa amin?
Sige.
Kasi ako feeling ko, parang ayoko man, pero feeling ko intuition-driven entrepreneur ako eh.
I
So,
love that question.
Paano
actually.
po ba siya?
I always want to answer that question. Okay? Ganito kasi, no? How do you create value? That's the start of a business. You create value, di ba? How do you create value? You have to see a problem of the customer
Yes.
that he would want to buy your product because
Yes.
it delivers value to him.
Yes.
How do you create that value? To create that value, you have to use your creative ability. And that creative ability came from your creator. We are all created in the image and likeness of God, sabi, di ba? And therefore, we have the ability to create. Therefore, pagka in-improve mo yung creative ability mo through practice, lumalago yan. And that's how a lot of people are able to innovate. They don't just copy, they innovate. They're in an existing business, they keep on innovating. Knowing what else the customer wants, they keep on innovating. That's creativity. The other skill that one must have as an entrepreneur is management. Management is the multiplication of resources,
Okay.
putting order on the resources so that you'll be able to create more value.
Okay.
So, creativity and management. Those are the two disciplines that an entrepreneur must have. Ngayon, question. Saan nanggaling yung ability na yun? Di ba sa God? Okay. If we agree that all of those ability that we have came from God, then the Creator Himself, God Himself, would want us to use that.
Yes, of course.
Anong problema? Ba't hindi natin magamit? Sabi natin, wala akong pera eh. Hindi ako pwede magnegosyo.
Yun na naman.
Di ba? So, nakalimutan yung ability. Nakalimutan niya kasi he was programmed that he's poor. No. Totoo yun. There's poverty. Pero anong tsansa natin para umunlad? If God gave us the ability to create wealth, which is in the Bible, Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to create wealth in order to fulfill His covenant purpose. Therefore, if you start using that ability, who is pleased with you? Who is behind you to support you? Di ba? The one who gave you the ability. That's how it will work for even poor people. Because in our community, we have seen entrepreneurs with only 500 pesos nung pandemic, nakapagtayo
Oo,
ng
galing.
business. Marami ng branch, 500 pesos. What is needed? The kind of faith that says, if I use whatever I have, God will be with me. I will use it to bless others. God will be with me. That's the kind of faith. Doon nag-uumpisa. Kaya sinabi namin, faith-based, because we always teach that kahit na ang liit-liit ng hawak mo, naubusan ka na, wala na. If you partner with God and use that ability that He gave you, create something that becomes a blessing to the next person. God will be with you.
Ang ganda. Ang lalim. Hindi ko expect yung ganong klase explanation. In-encompass yung buo. Tapos at the end, saan ba lahat galing yan, di ba? Sa faith. So, it means, Sir Bonnie, so tama nga yung sinabi ko. All rooted in faith.
All rooted in faith.
Titingnan mo, no?
I'll
It's
tell you
lahat ng aspeto.
I'll tell you a story. How did I become a business consultant?
How, sir? How?
Oh, I was in a finance company, no. So I was learning finance, although I was hired as a technical analyst because I'm a chemical engineer by background, no. So I was doing financials already, learning how to do financial projections. An office mate approached me. He was doing consultancy on the side. Sabi niya, Bonnie, gawa mo nga ako ng financial projection kasi hindi ko alam gawin. Pero nagko-consult sa akin isang kliyente. I need a financial projection for this. Bayaran kita ng 3,000 pesos. 1970s, malaki
Malaki
yung
yun,
3,000 pesos, di ba? Sabi ko, game. Sige, ginawa ko. Wala pang computer noon, columnar, no? Ginawa ko.
Columnar.
Lapis, eraser, calculator. Natapos ko. In 3 days, I did the work up to 3 a.m. in the morning kasi gusto kong kumita. That's how I started my consultancy, right? With what I have.
Yes,
With what
exactly.
I have. There is a story in our community na she only have 1,500 pesos. It was pandemic. Sabi niya, Lord, anong gagawin ko dito? 1,500. Sabi ng Lord, ano yung ginagawa ng oven mo? Andyan. So she started studying from YouTube how to bake bread. Nakapagpatayo siya ng bake shop.
Wow!
In other words, kailangan ma-break yung mindset natin na pera lang ang kailangan natin. Kailangan ma-break yon. Kasi kailangan natin aral. Kaya faith-based.
Faith-based, no? Naalala ko rin, Sir Bonnie, prior to getting into this one, I was doing a lot of trainings. But it was really more of visioning. Kasi parang feeling ko I was born to make other people see and believe in themselves na whatever you want to do or whatever you think you're born to do,
Yes.
no matter how, kahit hindi mo makita kung paano mo gagawin siya,
Oo.
just give it a try. Kasi
Correct.
there's a reason why you feel that way.
Yes.
No? So, nung sinabi niyo nga faith-based, so I was doing my, I had a signature workshop. It's called vision boarding. No? So, sinasabi ko doon na, this is, hindi lang ito basta salita-salita eh.
Yeah.
Parang this is science, backed by science.
Yes.
But grounded in faith.
Yes.
Yun yung
Oo.
ginagawa.
Wow.
Kasi
Oo.
totoo naman, di ba? So, parang I have
Oo.
to make the people understand na there's a science behind it. So, that's why this is how you, if you want something, then you have to talk about what you want.
Yes.
Like, don't say anything na,
Yes.
don't even say the words that you don't want to attract.
Exactly.
Yung ganon.
Ganon talaga.
Parang,
Oo.
it's still faith-based.
Wow. Oh, yeah,
Kasi at
I
the
really
end of the
believe
day,
that.
di ba, sir?
Kasi kung walang vision, meaning the person has stopped dreaming because of his condition. Poverty, lumaki siya sa environment na magulo. And then sinabihan pa siya nung bata siya na pahirap ang buhay.
Nako, di lalo na.
No? Ikaw bahala sa mga kapatid mo, mag-abroad ka. Ang dami sinabi sa kanya na natanim.
Ang hirap.
So nawala yung kanyang dream.
Opo.
Diba?
Yun naman
And
yung
that's
nangyayari.
common. Diba? Ang malungkot is common.
Yun ang malungkot
Sabi
ko.
mo nga, that's science, no? It's true because our brain works that way, eh.
Totoo.
Hindi ba? Kumbaga, pagka yung na-program ka doon, mahirap baguhin, eh. Di ba? Kaya,
Na hindi mo nga alam na na-program ka dun eh.
hindi mo alam. Kaya kailangan mo ng community para sa gano'n, nare-reprogram ka to the stories of people that you hear, the people around you. That's why we have this community na nagtutulungan.
And that's the
Kapayaman.
kapayaman.
Oo.
Kapayaman community that you
Oo.
have. And you know what, sir, maganda yan kasi kami, with our community naman, sir, no? So we just started, well, PhilSME has been there since 2013. But the community, the network, only started during pandemic.
Yeah.
So, magandang magkakilanlan ng ating mga community
Yes,
bilang, iisa lang naman din talaga layunin
Correct.
natin.
Oo.
Diba? How to become better people so we can help
Yes.
more people.
Yes.
At maging hindi na common
Correct.
yung ganyang
Oo.
senaryo. Kasi ang
Oo.
sakit niyan.
Oo.
Ang sakit-sakit ng senaryong ganyan.
Ang sakit sa next generation.
Oo.
Oo.
So, with that, sir, this is an invitation for you to join us at the Phil SME Business
Yeah, I
Expo
would
in
love
May.
to join your
And of course,
community.
together with your community. So, Sir Bonnie, please let them know how they can watch more of you.
Well, you can join our community by following me in Facebook page, Bonnie De Jesus, and joining Kapayaman Nation group. From there, you can learn more about our smaller community, which we call Kapayaman VIP. So, thank you very much, Trixie.
Maraming salamat
And
po.
I would like to see you at the 18th Phil SME Business Expo. And I love this group, no, na nagkakatulungan tayo. We have the same goal.
Thank you, sir. So
Making
this is what I call it's God-given. Yun na yun. Ganun
God-given.
kasimple, sir. Di ba? Sa dami-dami naman na nakikita ko. Parang, ay, paano nangyari to, di ba? So, sir, I think this is just a start of something that we
Yeah.
can do.
Sure,
for,
I'm excited.
For ourselves and the Filipino community.
Yes.
Maraming salamat. sir.
Maraming salamat din sa inyo
Sir,
lahat. Thank you very much.
If you like this show, like and tap the follow button. Please feel free to leave us a review before you go, as this will definitely help more SME business owners in the Philippines. Thank you. Until the next episode,